Database branching means you can have separate database instances or entire Supabase instances for each feature of your application. So let's say you have a main branch in GitHub, which is the production version of your application. So on the Supabase side, you have a hosted production version of your database, which is linked to your production application to read and write data. But now you want to add some new functionality. So you create a new branch to work on your feature, but what if it needs to change the structure of your database? Now with database branching, you can spin up a separate instance of Supabase specifically for your feature branch. Any changes that are made to the structure of the database are tracked in migration files, which can then be committed to GitHub along with the rest of your application code for this new feature. When you push those changes up to GitHub, Vercel kicks off a new build and preview deploy of your application, and seeing that there are new migrations, we'll run those against the database branch as well. Now when we're ready to merge this feature into production, we simply merge this pull request, and this will automatically deploy a new version of our application and run the new migrations against the production version of Supabase. So it's the workflow we know and love from Git, but now for your database. I'm going to show you the process of building a new feature using branching to keep everything in sync. Let's get into it. Here I have a simple bookmarking app where I can keep a track of my favorite sites. I can sign in with john@supabase.io and my super secure password. It's totally not just the word super secure with 3s for ease. And then as a signed in user, I can see my favorite websites and a description for each one. This is linked to my Supabase project running locally. So I have my studio instance here on port 54323. And down here, I'm printing out some helpful information that we can use while developing. So this shows the URL and a non-key for the Supabase project we are currently connected to. So we can see that's our instance running locally. This app itself is written in Next.js, and it has this Supabase folder for our locally running instance, which has each of our database migrations. So anytime the structure of our database changes, like we create a new table or add a new column, we document each of those changes in a migration file so anyone on the team can run those migrations and ensure their local database instance is in the right state. So this first migration is setting up some tables for our bookmarks, and then this one is enabling row level security and adding some policies. We also have this seed file to populate the database with some example data. So we can see this is inserting a new user, me in this case, and then inserting some bookmarks of some of my favorite sites. So this Next.js app has been cloned down from this repo, which we can see is in the same state with those same migrations. And this repo is used to deploy the live version of our application using Vercel. So let's step through the process of building a new feature. I want to add a favorite button for each of my bookmarks. So over in my local instance of Supabase, I can just use the Studio UI to add a new column with the name favorite, which is of type Boolean. We can set the default value to false and turn off allow nullable, as we always want this to be a Boolean value of either true or false. And let's click save to add that new column. Now I am super efficient at writing Next.js, so I know that to build this feature, I just need to uncomment this line to render the favorite component. And look at that, we now have a favorite button for each of our bookmarks. And if I toggle one of these to be my favorite, we can see that value is updated in Supabase. So our feature is ready to deploy, but we now have app changes as well as database changes. With a feature that's additive like this, where we're just adding a new column, it's not being used by anything until we deploy the new version of our app, we could deploy the database first and then deploy our app. But if we were changing the names of columns or deleting columns or dropping tables, as I know we all love to do, we could be in a state where our application and our database are out of sync and our requests for data are actually failing. But not anymore. Thanks to branching. We can create a diff of any structural changes we've made locally by running supabase db-diff and writing the result to a file or -f, and the name of our file will be add-favorite-button. Now we can check that file to confirm that it's just altering our bookmarks table and adding a column for favorite, and since this folder lives within our Next.js project, we can commit this migration along with the changes required for our application to implement this favorite button. So this is a feat or feature, and it will add favorite schema changes. So let's create that commit, and then we can push our feature branch to GitHub and open a pull request. We can add a description that this will add the ability to favorite my bookmarks and create the pull request. So we can see Vercel has detected these changes and is building and deploying a new preview version of our application. And now Supabase has detected some changes in the schema and is deploying a new preview database that's in exactly the same state as the feature we were working on locally. While all of that is deploying, we can check out our hosted Supabase instance, which is our production production version of our database. And now we have this drop-down where we can select Manage Branches and see all the different instances or branches of our Supabase project. We can see our new preview branch has finished deploying, so let's check it out by clicking here. Then we can head over to the table editor and click on our bookmarks table and see that our new favorite column has been added, and it's set the default value to false for all of our existing bookmarks. So back over in Vercel, we can see this preview deployment of our app, and we can open that one up and see this login screen. But if we take a look at the URL and anon key that this preview version is connected to, it matches the preview branch of our Supabase project. So each feature the team is working on can have its own branch, which is a completely isolated instance of Supabase specifically for this feature branch of the application. Very cool. So let's sign in and we can see our new favorite buttons for each of our bookmarks. And again, if we favorite a couple and head over to our Supabase instance for this branch, those values have been updated. This is awesome. Let's deploy it to production. So back over in our PR, we can see that the checks have passed and these migrations will successfully run on the production database. So all we need to do is merge this PR into our main branch. That will run those migrations against our production database and deploy the new version of our application. So back over in our hosted Supabase Studio, we can change the branch back to main or whatever our production branch is. And then if we look at the table editor and the bookmarks table, we can see that our new column has been added. We don't have any data in production, so let's go to our deployments in Vercel and open the production version of our application, and we don't yet have an account, so let's sign up as Jon@supabase.io and my super secure password. And we can add a new bookmark for Vercel.com and another one for OpenAI, and we can favorite this one for Vercel because our feature has been successfully deployed to production. And now that you're a pro at collaborating with others, why not learn how easy it is to collaborate with robots by checking out this video right here, where we use Supabase AI to generate RLS policies, making implementing authorization a breeze. But until next time, keep building cool stuff.